Hello everyone. I apologise, I haven't gave anyone absolutely any notice whatsoever that was coming on tonight. But I thought, do you know what, I'm just going to get on and do it. Not everyone can be around for when you're live and stuff, so I thought I will just come on as a promise that I would talk to you all about sponsoring. I've planned it all for a very, very long while, so I thought I would just come on. And obviously, if you think that it's beneficial to any of your team, then you can tag them in it, and you can always catch up on replay later. I've actually got like 20-30 minutes to myself, so I thought I'm gonna just get on and do it now without no distractions. Hopefully Luna will behave herself, Isla's on the phone to her friends, and the boys are at football, so I can actually just get on and talk to you all without being interrupted, hopefully. And as I promised, I was coming on to speak to you all about sponsoring. Hello Mill. Yes, thank you to Heidi for distracting Isla for me just while I get this going. So as promised, I said I was going to come on to you all and speak to you all about sponsoring. And I've just been through my statistics. I've written it all down for you. I apologise, it's probably going to be really, really boring, but I just want to show you the importance of trying to be consistent when it comes to recruiting. And I could probably go in even further depth from when I hear like lead, star, superstar consultant and stuff. But I've literally just kept it short and sweet because you know I all like to waffle. So I just thought I'd keep it sharp and sweet. And I know at the end of this you're all going to be a little bit disappointed because you're going to expect me to tell you the secret ingredient to sponsoring. And there isn't one. But having said that, I will tell you what I do and what's worked for me. And when I tell you since when I joined to how many people I've recruited, I actually didn't tally up. So when I start telling you how many people from when I started recruiting to the end, will one of you just volunteer to add them all up for me so you can tell me how many people it is? I forgot to do that bit, sorry. And obviously I don't want to be distracted and start calculating. So sponsoring is obviously a huge part of our business if that's what you want. It's not a requirement. You can be a Sensi consultant and still run a Sensi business. There's absolutely nothing in your Sensi standards or in your contract that you signed up for when you joined to be an independent Sensi consultant to say you have to recruit. You can get to certified consultant and stay there if you wish. There's no obligation to recruit. It's absolutely up to you. You'll never get any pressure from me to recruit because I know that's not for everyone. Not everyone's interested in building a team. Not everyone wants to build a team, and that's absolutely fine. You're just as important as the people that do want to recruit. You just got to take that out of your head. That's not an issue. But there is people out there that do want to build teams and they do want to know the answers, and that's what I've come on here to talk to you about. When I joined Sensi, I didn't initially want to build a team either. I didn't join for that. For one, I didn't have any idea what it was all about. I was never involved in network marketing before. I'd never been in another networking business. I literally just joined because I love Sensi. And I thought, do you know what? I'm at home, for one. Obviously, most of you know that I have Isla. Sorry, I need to jump off and I watch. Yeah, absolutely fine, Keisha, don't worry. So most of you know I have Isla at home. And I thought, I'm sitting here at home. If I just fund me, my mum and a few of my friends' habits, that's all I joined up for initially. I had no idea what I wanted out of it. Didn't even realise the potential there was in it, to be honest. So I had a slow start to begin with. Well, I say slow start. For me, looking back on it, it was a slow start for starting to recruit. So I joined in March 2020. And it was just a bang start of the pandemic. Literally, I joined and then the pandemic hit probably a week. I had a week without it. So I'd never done a party. I'd literally probably got 1 or 2 borrow bags out before COVID hit, and then that was like, bam, we was in lockdown. It was really, really odd. But obviously it is what it is. I still managed to make it work. Isla was having a little bit of a health blip around that time as well. So I remember her dipping in and out of hospital at that time. So I joined in the March, at the beginning of March. So I joined on the 3rd of March 2020. I know Isla spent a lot of time in hospital in the April because of COVID. No one knew how that was going to affect her. So I was pretty much off it in April. I was still there, I still did sales, but I wasn't on it, and that was when I was beginning to doubt whether Scentsy was for me, because I was thinking, oh my god, how am I going to do this and be in hospital? Like, my life don't ever change. But I stuck with it. I thought, do you know what, I'm not expecting nothing out of it. I just carried on by like putting through orders for the people that wanted stuff. Still, team wasn't on my radar. And then it was May 2020 when I asked my first person, and in that month of May 2020, so this is where you need to get your calculator, whoever's doing the statistics for me. So in May 2020, I had my first recruit, but I actually sponsored 3 people that month. So I personally sponsored 3 people into the business that month. And I thought, oh, do you know what? It's a little bit of exciting. For me, it was exciting. Not only did I have myself, I had other people that I could share my journey with. Like, we had a little group and we used to talk to each other, and it just turns into a little bit of healthy competition with the PRV and stuff, and that's how it started out. And then in the June 2020, I sponsored another 2. And if I remember back then, business was like absolutely booming. Like, the pandemic hit. Obviously June is when the summer comes out, and it was all systems go, go, go. And I was really, really enjoying it. And I was really enjoying the recruiting side of it. So then in the July 2020, I personally sponsored another 2 people. August 2020 was another 2 people. September, so in the August, I've completely skipped where I promoted. In the August, I got Superstar Consultant. So May, I got Lead. June, I got Star. July, I stayed at Star. August 2020, I got Superstar Consultant. September, I personally enrolled another 3 people. October, I personally enrolled another 3 people. November, my favourite month. November 2020, just 8 months after joining, I hit director. And I personally enrolled 1 person that month. And that's where I stayed. I've been a director since November 2020, but I've changed so much since then, like massively. So I've always enjoyed Scentsy, absolutely loved it, but I didn't realise the actual journey that I was going to go on by being part of Scentsy. So for me, it's not just wax and warmers, it's the people that's involved with Scentsy. I'm just going to bang out my numbers and then I'll carry on talking about everything else. So November 2020, I hit director and I personally enrolled 1 person. December 2020, again 1 person. Then we go on to January 2021. January was 3, February was 5, March was 5, April was 5, May was 2, June was 1, and then I hit a bump in the road. July was 0, so I'm guessing everyone was on holiday that month. I wouldn't say I wouldn't try, but then in the August 2021, I went on to recruit 5 people into the business. September 6, October 1, November 1, December 2021, 0 again. Christmas, they didn't want to join at Christmas. And then, sorry Mel, I'll tally it all up and I'll drop it in the comments after. I went too quick. January 2022, 1. The February, I didn't. So this is this year. February, no one. And Valentine's Day, they was all out looking for Valentine's presents. And then last month, March, 4. This month, 0 still, but it's not over yet. So I've always been a consistent assistant recruit. I've always, quite luckily, I've managed to bring people into the company. Now, I don't know what the total number of people is, but I'll work it out afterwards. It seems my sidekick Mill forgot to and lost count. But it's a significant amount of people anyway, isn't it, for someone that's just joined for 2 years. And for me, there isn't an actual answer on how I've done it, other than I've just asked. So I've asked everyone that I think would be interested, and believe it or not, the people that I think would be interested and the people that I think would really benefit from it, they're probably more my no's. But I've asked people that I've probably been, you know, when you get that little bit like, oh, I don't know whether like they're gonna appreciate this, but I'm just gonna say it to them anyway. And they're the people that joined. So don't be put off by your perception of what people's lives are at. You don't know why people want to join. You don't know, they could just be wanting to join just the same reasons as what I did, just to fund their own habit. So don't be put off of asking people. That's the one thing I always do. If people are buying from me, I always offer them the opportunity. We've got the host kits for that, and that's what I use. I don't see the host kits and the host credits as credits for me. If I can personally enrol someone in with a host kit, then that's what I will do. So don't ever have a preperception of people. Always just ask. So that is number one tip that I always do. You need to always be growing your network. And I know that's a whole different subject, but so what happens, so I could have, say I've personally sponsored 50 people. The percentage of those people that actually will be working to this day will be very, very small, because people will join just for the kit. People will join and give it a month and say it's not for me. People will join and you think, oh my God, they're going to be absolute superstars, and they do absolutely nothing. And then obviously you get your people that join and absolutely love it and embrace it and do really, really well. You can never predict how that's ever going to flow out. But if you're just recruiting all the people that's in your customer group and you're not replenishing your customer group, then you're going to be stale. You're not going to be able to find anyone that there is to recruit. Obviously, you can always have your friends, you've always got your family, but you do need to always be continually growing. So there is endless amounts of training on growing your customer groups on both Facebook and Instagram. For me, Instagram is my new challenge, if you like. I have recruited a couple of people from Instagram, but it's not as strong as it has been from Facebook. And it's something I'm working on all the time. I'm finding new ways to engage with people. But one thing, I'm always growing in both, in Facebook and in Instagram. And I've always got new people coming through. So as people are obviously joining or buying, whatever their role is in my business, I'm always replenishing new people to come into it. And that's really, really important. So you've got to have new people that you can ask. If you're not doing that, then you're going to find recruiting really, really difficult. And that's just the harsh reality of it is, like I say, I won't go on to the whole networking part of it, because it is a whole training in itself. But once you nail it, once you get that networking bit, it is amazing. Like, I love seeing new people come through. And even if they just stay your customers, like, they benefit your business so much. So you should always be aiming just to grow and reaching out to new people. Like we've said so many times, social media is, you're meant to be social on it. If people message you, even if it's, like, I'm not saying reply back to your spam messages, but if people are messaging you, there's a good chance they're just trying to do what you're doing and they're networking. You'll catch the vibe. You'll know when people are being authentic and just want to network, and you'll know when there's a spam message. Like the amount of messages I get in my inbox. If I send me your cash tag and I'll send you $1,000, all that rubbish, I don't reply back to those. But I do try and network with people back, because I know that they're just trying to build a business like I'm doing. And it's paid off. I've got customers that might do FM, they might do Tropic, they might do Body Shop, they might do Arbonne, but I support their businesses, and in turn they support my business. And you only need a few of those people. I'm going on to networking, I'm really sorry, and we're talking about sponsoring. You only need a few of those people, and you'll see your groups and your Instagram growing. I'm going back to sponsoring. So ask everyone. That's what I did. I ask everyone. So I ask my customers. People are spending lots of money with me every month. You may as well join. You can make your own commission on your own sales. Not everyone's going to say yes. They might not say yes, and they might reapproach you at a different time, or you can reapproach it at a different time. People are put off just because of the negativity and the spam that other people do through other networking businesses, and you'll find that. People are put off when people cold message, people are put off when people are really pushy. Like, I've never told anyone, right, you need to join, you need to do this, you need to do that. I've always just planted seeds. I've always said, you know what, you've spent X amount of money with me, you could join. You could join with this kit, and you could just put through your own sales and get commission back on your own sales. That's how I've always approached it. I've never been pushy, and I'd like to say it has paid off. Take the emotion out of being told no. It doesn't hurt you. Like, I know you think you build yourself up, and I get it, trust me. I put myself in a lot of situations, lives example. They're not one of my favourite things to do, but every time I do them, I feel that little bit better about doing them. Every time I do it, I feel a little bit more confident doing it. I do feel a bit more comfortable. And you'll do the same with sponsoring. You've just got to ask. And when you ask, don't take it personally if they say no, because the chances are you're more likely to get a no than you are going to get a yes. But it doesn't mean that that's forever. I've had people tell me no and they've joined. Keisha, she's not watching now, but she told me no lots of time before she joined. I knew she'd be good. People are sceptical, they are, and that's absolutely fine. I wasn't a yes straight away, but I was planting seeds. And planting seeds is exactly what Gemma did to me. She wasn't pushy, she literally just dropped an opportunity pack in my order, and I didn't even read it to begin with. To begin with, I thought she's absolutely crazy. I don't know why she wants to ask me. Like, honestly, I don't know. Exactly, Mill. I couldn't fathom why she wanted me. So people self-doubt themselves massively. So the same as I was with Gemma, I thought, you know, she's put that in someone else. She's put it in the wrong order. She wasn't supposed to put it in mine. It was only when I messaged her and I was like, was you supposed to put that in my order? And she was like, yeah, I think you'll be really good. And then that was enough. Sorry. Someone's just ringing me from France. Obviously, that's what I was on about, spammers. I've lost my train of thought. Sarah asked me about 4 times. Exactly. You know when the time is right, and as long as you are offering it out in a non-spammy way, people aren't going to get annoyed with you. If you're spending money, if people are spending money with you and you're offering it to them, they're not going to be offended. They really, really not. You just need to take out that emotion. And no, it might be a no forever. It might be just a no for a little while. The time's not quite right. But it's not going to hurt you. It's not a personal no to you. It's not no because I don't like you as a person, because they wouldn't be in your group, they wouldn't be following your business. So just take that emotion out, say no. Statistically, you're going to get 10 no's before you get a yes. So the more people you're asking, the more likely you are going to get your yes. And like I say, I joined in 2020 when it was really, really busy, and I'm still around now when it's obviously not as busy, and I still consistently recruit. So I've had, since I've joined, when I started recruiting, shall we say, so from the May 2020, I've only had 3 months where I haven't personally recruited someone into the company. So it does work. And I'm nothing special. I don't do anything special. I literally just ask and I share the opportunity. I know I'm passionate about what I do. I share what I do. I'm very, very vocal about how much I love Scentsy, and I do, and I genuinely do. It's no secret that I absolutely love the journey that I've been on, and it's saved me as a person. Like, I wasn't a particularly happy, positive person before I joined Scentsy, and if I can offer that opportunity out to other people and show them what it's done for me, then I will do. And no is going to ever stop me from sharing the opportunity. Literally, I'm more than happy to take the no, because I know that there's still people in my front line and in my down line who feel the same as I do. So those people mean more to me than anything. Like, they're on my level and I can reach out to them, and I know that Scentsy is everything to them as it is for me. And it's absolutely fine if it is just a hobby. Like, I absolutely get it as well. It isn't going to be for everyone. Everyone's going to already have a full-time job, or you just like the products and you just want to sell it just to your friends and family. That's fine. But for me, it has been a whole personal development ride, and I've loved every second of it. So for me, it makes it easier for me to share the opportunity. It used to upset me, not now. It's just not meant to be. No, and I think when we get upset by being told no, we're a little bit more reluctant to offer it out to other people. I've been there, I know that. And I know, I just don't let it bother me now. I don't even think about it. They've said no this time. I've had people that tell me no, and they're still in my front line now. So I know that a no's not forever. It literally, just take the emotion out of it and ask anyway. My last part, so I can let you all get on with your evenings. I don't even know, how long have I kept you here? I don't think I asked enough people, because I think they're going to say no, but like you say, I've been there, Sophie, I promise you I've been there. And I have watched, and this is no word of a lie, I've watched people who I've seen would be good at Scentsy, and they've bought from me and they've joined other people because I didn't ask them. And you can't get upset. You cannot get upset because you've had every opportunity to ask them yourself, and you've just needed. I think that probably, I've took that on the chin a couple of times, and I thought, what am I doing? I'm not asking people, and they're joining other people, and it's because I've not asked them. I've had people who said no, and then they've asked me to join on later. Yeah, and it is, like with me, it was just that seed. It was in my head, and I was thinking, no, it's not going to work. No, it's not for me. But I used to literally lie in bed thinking, I probably could do it. No, I can't do it. You know, like having a mental battle with yourself about it. So pleased I did. So pleased I did, because I was very, very close to not to. And I was very, very close to giving up in the very beginning as well. The last part of it I was going to say is have your list. Have your list of people. So I've got two lists. Lists of people that I would ideally absolutely love. I see them on social media and I'd love to have them in my team. And then I've got a list of people who are like customers and people who maybe have shown interest, like people I would have approached and they've not said yes, but I know they're sitting on the fence kind of thing. So I've got these two lists. The lists of people who are the people I'd love to have on my team are people that is already in network marketing. So glad you didn't give up. Well, never say never, Mill. I'm kidding. I'm not going anywhere. My list is sorry, I'm just sorting this out. My list, I've got a lot of people, like I say, because I'm very, very into networking. I've got a lot of people that I've earmarked for Scentsy, and at the minute they're enjoying their FM journey, or they're joining their tropic journey, or they're enjoying their whatever journey, and that's absolutely fine. But all the time that they're showing an interest in Scentsy, they're going to stay on my list, and I offer the opportunity out when the time is right. So you'll find when you're networking with other people in networking, sometimes the turnaround is really, really quick. Some people will join a company and it don't work out. Gauge their interest in Scentsy at that time, because when they're looking for something new, obviously Scentsy's perfect. I think as a company we offer so much more than most companies. Only from what I can tell by other people. I mean, I've had no personal experience in any other networking companies. I couldn't even imagine working for any other networking company. My whole heart is with Scentsy. I love its values, I love the people, I love the incentives, I love the rewards, I love all the training, the whole giving more than you take. I'm fully hooked. And I know from speaking to other people in networking companies that they don't get that. So we're very, very lucky. So I'm just committed to Scentsy. So for me, another networking company just doesn't even come into it. But obviously other people do. So just, if you have got people that are in that situation, just keep them on one list. And then obviously you've got your list of people. You're always going to have friends, you're always going to have customers that spend a fortune with you and they still keep saying no. Do it in a non-pushy way. And just keep asking them, because you never know when they're going to say yes. Like literally, I can't even tell you how many times I've asked people and they've said no, and they're still there and they're still sitting on the fence. There's one girl who I met on Instagram, and it took her a long while for her to join my Facebook VIP group. She's in that now, but she's gone to join, I kid you not, about 3 times, and there's something holding her back, and that's fine. You've just got to be patient. You've just got to be patient with people. It's not their time, and they're not ready right now, and just keep doing what you're doing. All the time that you're sharing the passion, all the time you're sharing what you're doing, people are going to be intrigued. They might not be engaging with you right now, but you never know when they're going to be able to say yes to you, because everyone's situation's different, everyone's time's different. But just ask. That's the most important thing. Just ask. Take out the emotion a bit of asking people. Don't take it personally, and just do it in a real way, in a non-spammy way. There's nothing worse than receiving a cold inbox saying, join my team. Even the word join my team makes me cringe. There is so many better ways of networking with people and engaging with people, where people will be drawn to you. And I know I've said I'm obviously talking about sponsoring now. I've spoken about sponsoring. I will be talking about networking again. I'm going to give it a little while. I've got some trainings to do for some other teams. Once I get them out of the way, I will be focusing on a better training about networking. And networking and sponsoring work very, very close together. So once you get your networking nailed, then you're going to get your sponsoring nailed, and it's all one big circle. And all the time that you're bringing new people into your business, you're going to be getting new people to recruit. And another thing, just before I clock off for the evening, is don't take it personally if you personally enroll someone and they don't do anything with their business. It's nothing personal again on you. Just remember, we have got so much in the team groups. There is guides there to help you reach out to people. You can only offer out your support so much, and if people don't want to take that, then that's absolutely fine, as long as you're offering out your support. So there's a sponsor checklist that I've added to the guides, where it's just little prompts of things that you should be doing with your new frontline so you're supporting them through their first 70 days, so their sensational start period. Once their sensational start period's ended, they're independent. They've signed up to be an independent Scentsy consultant. You're not their manager, you're not their boss. They've got no obligation to stay loyal to you. Hopefully, obviously, that because you are their sponsor, they'll want to be guided by you. But if they don't want to be, that's absolutely fine. But you can only do so much. So if they decide that it's not for them, don't worry about it. Don't waste your time on people that don't want to know. Focus your time and your energy into people that do want to grow, do want to learn, and point them in the direction. That's your job as a sponsor. If you're just enrolling people into the company and you're not working with them, you're just signing them up and you're just leaving them to fend for themselves, they're nothing more than a number on your workstation. They're not going to be bringing any impact into your business. So just be really mindful of the fact that it's really, really daunting when you first start. People have wobbles. I remember starting and putting through my first orders and thinking, whoa, it's literally mind-blowing. But obviously now we all do it second nature. So just be really, really mindful of the fact that it can be really, really overwhelming when we first start. Don't tag them in loads of information. Physically talk them through the important bits, and I'm always here. I always message my frontline and just say, if you ever need anything, I am always here. And that's it. They know I'm there. And if they need me, they will come to me. I don't force myself upon people. And it's same for you all in my downline and anyone else. I am always here to help if I can, but I'm not going to force myself upon you all. I always try and share what works for me. I will always offer my guidance. I'll share my tips. I will share absolutely anything with you, but I'm not going to make you follow me. And that is basically what I've come on to talk to you all about tonight. I have no idea how long I've been talking, but I know I've got a really dry throat. So if you've got any questions about absolutely anything that I've said tonight, then just pop them in the comments and I will read through them all later on and I'll reply back to you all. And I'll let you know the actual total figure means meal missed out. what it was that I've personally enrolled since I've actually joined, and just go and ask. And if you need me to clarify anything, if you need me to go over anything else, then just ask. I'm always here. My inbox is always open for you all. You've just done fab. Isla just asked. What did she ask? What I'm doing? Who am I talking to? I've lost my voice now. I've spoke so much. But thank you for watching. And like I say, feel free to watch it on replay. Tag your teams, whoever you think is going to benefit from it. And ask any questions. Like I say, my inbox is always open for you all. Enjoy the rest of your Tuesday, not Monday, Tuesday. She said, how's she doing, Mil? Oh, she's literally my biggest fan. This is why I do what I do. I do it all for her because, like, it's just life changing. Like, how much of a better person I am, it reflects off on her. So she's so much more positive about our situation than she's ever been, and it's because I am. So yeah, she's my biggest supporter. But I hope she's not keeping Heidi on call, is she? Just so that I can talk. I apologise if she is. Right, I'll let you get on. Thank you for listening, and I love you all. Bye.